3, 2, 1, go.
It's time to chit chat with your favorite pop culture critic. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. If you are in Florida, I don't know if you can say happy hurricane day, but happy you should get up out of there. Happy, I don't care if Ron DeSantis didn't take Kamala Harris' phone call. Go ahead on and evacuate. For real, though, on the news, though, they did say that if you guys are in an evacuation area over there in the parts of Florida that are evacuating, you have very little time. The window is closing to get your shit and get out. Okay. I said it a couple of days ago on here. Y'all don't get no reward. Publishers Clearinghouse is not going to come knock on your door and be like, oh my God, you made it. Here's a check. This is not a competition game show. Okay. Y'all are not fighting to win $100,000. This is your life. If you can, if you have the means to, you know what I mean, please go ahead and evacuate. If you don't have the means to go someplace else, pay attention to where they're telling you they are setting up shelters and evacuate that way. Okay. And thus concludes your weather update. Y'all did not come here for weather. Can I tell y'all before we get started? I started watching Real Housewives of New York, and not the old kind, baby. I'm talking about Jenna Lyons, Side Silva, Uber. I really want to try. Y'all, hello, hi. Are you here in the comments? Can somebody send me a link for Uber High? Is it on her? Is it Uber? Is it on your Instagram? I need some Uber High. When she was doing, I had to go back while I was taking out my hair. I had to go back and watch season 1. So when she did the little collab with the restaurant and she poured out that Uber High, I said, hold on. That looks good. That looks good. I'm on the Uber High. Sold out. Sold out. Uber, I am on your website right now, baby girl. I am trying to buy some Uber High. It's sold out. Get with me in the DMs. I'm going to DM you. The people is going to tag you when I clip this up. And answer the call, babes. I want some Uber High. This looks good. You sold me, and now it ain't none there. I know. I ain't no Oprah's favorite things or nothing. But Uber, I want to try the Uber High. So send me some. Thank you. Why would it be sold out, y'all? I really wanted that. When they tossed the chicken in, I don't know if y'all watched season 1, but when they tossed the chicken in and then she poured some out on the plate, I said, oh my God, I could make my own Chipotle bowl at home and I could just see it with the corn salsa. Oh my God, the green Tabasco bottle is giving me what I needed to have given me. It looks so good. I want it. Virtual producer Norm is in the building. Good afternoon, everyone. Janae is in the building. Hey. Y'all know when we say hey, we got to say it 3 times. Hey. It's something about the third hey that really just, it does it for me. Okay. Y'all know, y'all can submit y'all secrets. Y'all can submit y'all stories to lsaidthat@gmail.com. If you got a secret that you've been waiting to get off your chest, if you got a situation that you need advice on, you could go ahead and drop it in the DMs. Okay. We'll let you remain anonymous unless you want to come forward. All right. And then we will talk about your situation, break down your situation, get some advice on your situation. You know what I mean? Chad. I keep telling y'all. I should have brought me some water. I keep telling y'all that a broke clock is right twice a day. But after them 2 times is up, it's up. I do fear that your girl Jaguar Wright might have girl bossed a little bit too close to the sun. Okay. Jaguar Wright, to be specific, decided to take her lies out of the YouTube space of it all. Now, I do want to say that in the clip that I'm going to play you in a little bit, I do feel like the Breakfast Club was being a little bit shady towards content creators. However, okay, their point was that no matter how big of an Instagram page you have, no matter how big of a YouTube page you have, you just can't go like you just can't go on there and spit lies. But again, you kind of can, because the way that it's set up is people cannot sue YouTube. People cannot sue TikTok. People cannot sue Instagram. They would have to sue you, the content creator. And if you, the content creator, aren't that big of a lick, if there's nothing to get out of that, then there's just nothing to get out of it. So this rhetoric, if you will, that like, oh, Jaguar Wright has to be telling the truth. They ain't sued her yet. No, she ain't told that lie to nobody who was worth suing. Okay. And I think that's how you have to look at it. Hey, Coach Lisa is in the building. Hi, Chit Chatters. Hello. So again, you have to look at it this way. It's going to sound like shade, and I don't mean it like that. I cannot remember their name. Are they Art of Dialogue? The people that Jaguar Wright is normally on YouTube with, on the Blue Couch, and they recently have an interview with Jaguar Wright and Orlando Brown. They may have a coin. They may have something worth suing for, but, you know, from the outside looking in, it doesn't look like that. So I don't think that it is worth like Beyonce's time, you know, all the Diddy's time, these people to get lawyers to go after them, to go after a platform like this. However, what Jaguar did this time was go on Piers Morgan's talk show. Now, exactly. Suing broke people is a waste of your time and money. And it absolutely is. It's only going to drain you of your resources. It's not going to bring anything to the table, right? So, Jaguar Wright takes her little lie tour over to Piers Morgan's show, right? And she tells the same mix of lies that she's been telling. You know, Jay-Z is just as bad as the diddler. They do nasty things. Aaliyah was carried onto the plane. Jay-Z got Aaliyah out the way for Aaliyah. Just the same lies that we've been hearing, right? Babes. And then the legal team of Beyonce and Jay-Z got to work, because what you may or may not know is that Rupert Murdoch owns a good bit of Piers Morgan's YouTube shop, right? So there is now something to go after. There is a platform that can be sought after here. Again, in this clip, I had to sneeze. Not the sneeze just attacked me. In this clip that I'm about to show you, I do, because there's no way to pause, right? So I can't go back. So you just got to get all the information, take your notes, and then we have to chit chat about it later, right? But in here, there will get to a point where DJ Envy is like, yeah, you know, sometimes suing people, they might not have what you think they have. They might look like they have it, but they might not really have it. Sir, aren't you named in a lawsuit? Not too much. We ain't been on your tail, but we also have not forgotten. Let's get into this clip that the Breakfast Club played about the Piers Morgan apology. Piers Morgan's apology will be at the end of this clip, and then we'll chit chat.
Anybody can get on TikTok, YouTube, wherever, and have conversations and allege things or whatever. I think people think throwing the word allegedly out there protects you from certain things. But just because someone has a platform, I think broadcasters and certain journalists and people are put on certain shows and just platformed a little bit differently than these people who are just on YouTube or whatever for a reason, and there's a responsibility.
Well, you got to do your due diligence, and his team should have did the due diligence. And a lot of times people do slip through the cracks. There's things that you don't see and don't find out until later on. But I mean, when people are making claims like the way people are making claims, you have to do your due diligence to make sure that if you're having that person on your platform, which is a huge platform, that you're putting out the proper and correct news.
Well, the problem is people don't understand platforms, and I'm putting platforms in parentheses, like
quotations. You mean?
What? Yeah,
you said parentheses.
Yeah, quotations.
This is parentheses.
Yeah, quotations.
That
you threw up Crip sign just now. And I don't know why. That was wild weird. But anyway, you can't sue YouTube. You can't sue,
which is crazy.
I will just
social media platforms, but when you get on an actual network, when you get on a TV station or the radio, when you get on a platform that is attached to a larger corporation, now that corporation is liable for the things that are being said on their platform. Right. And now it makes sense for your lawyer to intervene and potentially sue, because there is something to gain. Right. There's nothing to gain from suing Joe Blow on YouTube that's just running his mouth.
True.
And, you know what I mean? and that's what most people don't understand. A lot of these people that do these claims and do these accusations and do these things on that platform don't have anything. It'll cost you more money to sue them than they actually own. Now, it might look like they have this and have that, but most of that stuff is all false. They don't own half the stuff that they say. They don't have cars. They don't have bank accounts. They don't have homes. So it's half the time it don't make any sense suing those people.
Well, let me tell you who got the money to see if they, like, even if it don't make sense, a Jay-Z and a Beyonce. Those are, like, I think that's another
social media platforms. But when you get on an actual network,
too, is like, you got to understand that there's levels to this, like who you're dealing with, like, and people will defend their names because that is their business. That is how they make their money.
But think about how much stuff Jay-Z and Beyonce ignore.
Yeah.
The reason they didn't ignore it this time is because of the platform it was set on.
100%.
It was set on a platform that they can actually sue, a platform that is actually liable.
Yep.
And I see people say things all the time like, well, if the person is lying, why don't they get sued? Because suing a brokey costs you money.
Yes.
Suing somebody who don't have anything to lose is a waste of your time and resources.
your money and your resources and your time.
I'm just saying, it don't matter unless you just, whatever, man.
It's like, you got to understand that
about platforms. The reality of the modern world is that pretty much everyone has a platform as long as there's something to say that other people want to hear. That's why we invited her on to be interviewed. The people making these claims have an audience with or without shows like mine. Well, Jaguar Wright unexpectedly made several serious allegations about Jay-Z and Beyonce during that interview. As I said in the moment, they were not present to respond or defend themselves, but now they have. Their lawyers contacted us to say that those claims were totally false and have no basis in fact, and we've therefore complied with the legal request to cut them from the original interview. Editing interviews is not something we do lightly at a show called Uncensored. But, like the proverbial cries of fire in a crowded theatre, there are legal limits on us too. And we apologise to Jay-Z and Beyonce. Well, now, Sean Diddy Combs, think about platform.
Child. Like, I just have so many questions, right? Number one, as the person doing the interviewing, did you not know that this was going to be said? Like, and listen, I cannot stand a pre-interview question. I hate it. I don't want to see no interviews of no celebrities doing no pre-question scripted answers. That is so boo. But at some point, you got to protect what you got. I believe I saw a video from the Kempire, and they said that Rupert Murdoch is worth $20.5 billion. If if I was gonna sue somebody, I was gonna sue the person with 20 of them $1 billion bucks. That's billion with a B. He got 20 of them. Oh my God. And that's what I'm like, you had to know it. But also, sometimes I'm generalizing, but sometimes them folks get so excited that we gonna come someplace and be provocative and be urban and get them those views that they don't know. I don't know if that's Piers Morgan's truth, right? But like, these people be so excited. Erica Cobb was on here on Friday, and y'all heard her say that her first boss, she overheard her first boss saying, "Oh my God, this is so good because she's Black and she doesn't sound Black. She's gonna get us so much ratings." They want your rhythm and not your blues all the time. And again, that's not to say to cry for Jaguar Wright Argentina. I'm just saying it's possible. It's possible that he didn't know. Okay. Now, from one person who didn't know to a bunch of people who don't know. Okay. We are getting ready to go to church for a moment. Okay. I don't want to take you to church. That's where the news is taking us. So just sit down and hold on tight. Now, you don't have to believe in God to listen to this story. You could believe in the grass. Just listen to the story. Okay. Shawnee O'Neal's husband did a sermon. Now, this is my issue. I do like the convenience of churches being able to live stream their sermons. However, the problem with that becomes sometimes you're live streaming to a group of people or two people that don't necessarily understand what you're talking about. Okay. So I'm going to play you this clip that went viral You tell me what you thought about it, and we'll break it down.
Anytime a person is in need, y'all go to running and dropping money. But let me tell you something. The poor will be with you always. And there is no blessing connected to blessing the poor other than getting back what you gave to them, but no multiplication. Multiplication is segregated for tithes and offering. When you give to the poor, the only thing you do is help them, but you don't help yourself. So when you give $1 to somebody on the street talking about I did my job, God like, thank you, but it ain't gonna help you.
Okay. So the conversation of tithing in a church is a big topic, right? Now, there are a lot of things that I feel like if you are not a believer, if you are not a member of his church, if you are not used to listening to the pastorings and preachings of this pastor, you might have missed, right? And again, I'm somebody who believes when you have a platform, even a platform of my size, but when you have a platform and people listen to what you say, it is your job to be as clear as possible. It is not your audience's job to try and decipher what you mean. And Jonathan, this takes me right into what I was getting ready to say. Jonathan says, I believe in karma. That's why I give to the homeless. Okay. So again, just breaking it down, he says that there's no blessing in giving to the homeless. I personally think that what he was saying is that there is no blessing as it pertains to the act of tithing, right? So let's take the Bible out of it, right? Let's just say we're talking about the Tom shoes. You buy one, they give a pair away, right? But if you go buy a pair of Skechers aren't giving a pair of free Toms to homeless people. It's Toms. You buy one pair of Toms and they will give one pair to kids in need. That's how that transaction goes. So I think he was specifically speaking to the transaction of tithing, right? I personally, these are just my words, I personally think that there is a blessing in using your blessings to bless other people. You can call it karma, you can call it whatever, right? We as human beings are not blessed to just hold on to them. We have been given something so that we can aid and help our people to the left of us, to the right of us, above us, beneath us. It's our job to make the places that we occupy better than when we found them, right? So that is the blessing and the benefit of giving to the homeless, of just helping somebody in need. It doesn't even have to be a homeless person. But if you're talking about the specific blessings that come with tithing, it says to give it to the church, right? So in Pastor Kenyon's description, I believe, I didn't listen to the whole sermon, but I believe that he was talking about there are a lot of people that believe, oh, I take care of my niece, that's my tithes. Oh, I donate to the homeless shelter, that's my tithes. I spend time at the homeless shelter, that's my tithes. And it seems like in this clip, he's saying, no, there's a clear definition to what tithing is and what tithing looks like. If you're not doing that, then you're not tithing. Therefore, the benefits, if you will, that are associated with tithing are now not yours. Because again, if you want Toms to give away a free pair of shoes, then you have to buy a pair of Toms. Does that make sense? Then we don't need to give to rebuild his church. I do think, and I hate to be on the internet looking like I'm supporting and defending what Shawnee O'Neal husband got going on, because that's really just not my judge. He says a lot. Him, and I used to love him with Pastor Todd. They do a lot that is just like, but it's the fact that messaging that I just broke down came across in such a confusing manner. Those are the things that make me not like this pastor, right? Because God doesn't deal in confusion. God, Yahweh, Jehovah, whoever you believe in, God is not a God of confusion. So if you can't get your message across clear, first of all, let's go take it a step further. If God has given you a message to deliver to his people, it won't come across confusing. There will be no mincing of words. There will be no confusion. If you, the human being, stand in the way of that message, it will be confusing. And if you, the human being, start talking some ish that wasn't given to you divinely, it'll be confusing. And I think that's why that message is confusing, because I don't feel like nobody told that pastor to preach about no tithes in that particular moment. Because again, if he were supposed to, the message would have been plain. He would have made it plain, Pastor. Not Jonathan said, Pastor King. Pastor King is not a real Joel Osteen right now. Like, hello? Coach Lisa said you were more clear than him. Listen, I told y'all through and through, baby. I am a Southern Baptist girl. I grew up deep, deep in the church, baby. I'm down in there, up through there, okay? Whether or not you like it, if you were in this place, if you were in a church that is preaching from the Bible, then some would assume that you would follow the rules of the Bible, right? And to Pastor's point, the rules of the Bible don't say that tithing can look like donating to the homeless shelter. It says bring it back to the church house. If that's what you believe in. Now, we can go and have a whole conversation if you want to about the definition of tithing changing from the Old Testament to the New Testament. We can go in and have a conversation about how we technically aren't even living in the times of the Old Testament anymore. Therefore, the rules and the things of that nature don't fully apply in the same way because we have moved on to the times of the New Testament, and that's what we're living in. We can go in and have that conversation. But what does not change is the fact that the tithes are supposed to be brought to the church. I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, in the Old Testament, it was like, and like you could bring your farm animals, bring your little sheep, bring your little cow, and give it over. You know what I mean? And then it grew to riches, as in like your possessions. It grew to the 10% of what you make. You know what I mean? It's not livestock anymore. And again, whether or not you choose to tithe, I mean, she, we, her, I don't care. Let me tell you right now. I'm gonna stop you right there before you even get interested in putting in the comment. I don't care. I don't care. Don't care. What I am saying is, I was able to find the messaging and what Pastor Kenyon was trying to say. But again, I do believe that the way that message came across was so confusing that it was not ordained. One of them deacons might have asked him to say that. One of them trustees might have asked him to say that. You know what I'm saying? The financial man might have asked him to say that. The business manager might have asked him to say that. But I don't think God say, hey, yo, my child, go tell them about tithing, and tell them like this. Tell them in a way that they'll be so confused that we'll now be talking about your confusing ass messaging and not the fact that my children need to be tithing. Oh, Pastor, you're in front of the message. And I hate to tell you, but you've been in front of the message. So since we're saying it, let's just make it plain. Tammy says, and you haven't heard about any of these mega churches giving towards hurricane relief. Back to the Joel Osteen. That man said you can't even come up in here. That's not what this house of God is for. Help you, can't do it. Everyone like the live. Yes, give it a thumbs up if you're watching on Instagram. Go ahead and heart it if you're watching on Twitter, and give it a heart if you're watching on Instagram. If you like what we talking about, go ahead and share it too. That'd be real helpful. So Juicy Smollett. Now don't stone me, but I'm a Dave Chappelle girl. I love me some Dave Chappelle. I do. Quite like hell love orange soda. Okay, so Juicy Smollett is back in the news and says this is not a hoax. Okay, my mom's home was nearly broken into. Now, Juicy Smollett got a movie coming out. Do I think the timing of all of this is very interesting? Yes. Am I telling you he's faking it? I'm telling you I don't know. I'm telling you I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think it would be dumb. I think it would be dumb if he was faking it again. Do I know if this is a hoax? Absolutely not. But I do know, if I had not been seen in the public since Empire, if I was $3 million in the hole in legal damages trying to get this felony off of my record, and I had a new movie coming out, I'm not gonna lie to you, I would probably Instagram stun it up. I'm not gonna hold you. I'd probably give y'all some tips and some tricks. I'd be out here playing games too. Because at the end of the day gotta end. Hello? Ain't nothing going on but the rent. You got to have money, boo. Like, you got to just, what can you do in the world without money? Nothing, exactly. Yeah, I lie to y'all too. I will plan another hoax. This time. I do. Like, we love orange soda. This time, okay. Jesse Smollet's mother's house was almost broken into, and Jesse Smollett had another brush with the law, only this time the crime was for real, allegedly. And it involves one of his closest family members. Sources with direct knowledge tells TMZ that I keep trying to call him Juicy. Jesse Smollet's mom, Janet, had her LA home nearly burglarized a couple of weeks ago. Monday night, the would-have-been thieves bashed in her back door, causing about $300 in window damage. I want to say that the article says she scrumped a scream. They ran off, and then Juicy came over to console her. Now, the issue that I'm having with this story is that Juicy and them got 50-11 siblings. The only sibling that was available to come over was Juicy. Because to me, right? And you got to think the Smollett family been in the industry for a long time. I'm thinking to myself, this not good for PR. We know how this looks, okay? This looks weird. Send Josh over. Send Journey over. Send somebody else over, okay? Sources close to Janet said that she heard a loud noise, went outside to check, confronting the two strangers who bolted from the scene. It's always a confrontation with them. They always running in to the people. You telling me that these people wanted to break into your house so bad. They wanted to break into your house so bad. And then when they saw you, old lady Janice, they just ran off. My God, may the power of Jesus be on me like that. Hello? That's protection. May it be cloaked around me like it's cloaked around Janet Jesus. Okay? Janet Smollett, come forward and tell us your prayer of protection. You walked up on two burglars that wanted to break into your house in LA. And then when you seen them, because that's all it say, you saw them, they saw you, and then they ran away. Yeah, you can go ahead on and say it. It's looking like Juicy set this one up too. Okay. We said the silent part out loud because what? Child, please go watch that little movie so he don't have to do no more of these stunts. This one, he already said it cost him $3 million. Let y'all go watch that man movie so he could turn us loose, please. Because this is too much. I thought about it and I can't take it no more. This man is on the internet webs crying, talking about something he want to adopt. He can't get these felonies off of his record. And now we playing stupid games, stupid reindeer games outside of Christmas. I can't take it. I can't. I thought about it and I can't. Sounds like a scheme that Todd set up. It does indeed. It does indeed sound like a Todd-ass scheme. A boy who cried wolf. What? I'm not gonna believe him. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if I was one of them 50-11 siblings, it's 549 of them Smollett kids. Straight up. And then some of them got kids already. I don't know if them kids can drive, but it wasn't now other sibling available to go check on mommy. It wasn't no cousins. It wasn't no uncles available. The one family member with the tainted of images. That's the one that we gonna send to the house. The mall is on and nobody, the lights is on and nobody is shopping. The mall is open, nobody is shopping. All the lights is on, everything is there, but nobody is shopping. That elevator gets stuck in between the top floor in the one up under it. It don't go all the way up to the top. It can't. It can't. Also, $300 in window damages, and I am a small yay kid. I'm gonna call the Safe Light Repair, Safe Light there. Come fix the window under the radar. You said it was 300. Take 6 and shut up. We would not. This would never be on TMZ. Are you dumb? This would never be on TMZ. I'm telling you, I would. What is Windows by what? Y'all know the window company commercials that be coming on. Call them. Come out, do an estimate, do whatever. Get the PR person, run a story, say we remodeling the house. Do whatever you need to do, but don't tell them people that my mother's house almost got broken into. This story sounds shady. I'm telling you the truth. I'm standing in it, telling you the story that happened, and I'm telling you it don't make no sense. Don't tell TMZ that story. I'm yet fighting trying to get this off of my record. Don't tell them people that story because it don't make no sense. And then when we found out about it, we should have found out about it like 45 days later, like it was John Amos. Hello? We should have found out about it 45 days ago. Jussie Smollet's mother's house was broken into. She's fine. They just smashed the window. Everything is good. That's how we should have heard about that story. Okay? Window World, is that what it's called? Somebody call Window World. Call whoever you need to call, baby. Give me the glass. I will go to Home Depot and fix it myself. I will do a lot of things. Before I tell TMZ that that's what happened. Okay, listen. It's a lot of TV that I gotta watch. I thought I had gotten out of watching this much TV, but my goodness, on today. We have to catch up on Love is Blind. So watch Love is Blind, because when we come back tomorrow, 1 p.m. tomorrow, we will be chatting about the things that's happening on Love is Blind. I don't want to hear no spoiling, don't say nothing. I'm telling you right now, we're gonna talk about it. Okay. Tonight is Wednesday. Big Brother is coming on. We are down to the final 3, 4. I don't know. I've been watching the replays, and I feel like every time I log on, the live feeds is down. So I'm just like, I ain't really watching no live feeds. I'm behind an episode or 2. It was a good season overall, but Big Brother didn't hold my attention like that. It was very nice to not have to do with a lot of like racist drama and all of that. It wasn't dark, so that was amazing, but it did not keep me like, gotta go to live feeds. So we'll talk about that. Also, oh, listen, come on, TV. I was headed into the Bravo world. I am going to catch up on Queen's Court. What y'all feeling? We might TikTok a little bit about Queen's Court. Okay. I don't know how much time we're gonna give it in the live. We'll see. It depends on how good it is, right? Like if I got something to say, I'm a chit chat. Who gonna stop me? Yeah, nobody. Real Housewives of New York. Y'all see the brown locks is going. Okay. So I've been combing out my locks. I've got 20 left. I don't know if we want to throw me a parade. But I'll take it. I've got 20 left up under here. I'm so down like a baby mama getting ready to get a sew in up under here. Okay. I was just starting to feel a little boxed in. I missed my curling iron. I wanted to curl my hair. I wanted to play in my hair. I was starting to feel a little. And then it wasn't the healthiest. I wanted it to be a little bit healthier. I wanted my grid to be, it was just so much that I wanted to be different. So my thought process is play around in my hair, do a few little hairstyles, and then when the summertime come back around, we'll do it again. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. Don't hold me to it. But I tell you that to tell you this. Whilst I was taking out my dreads, I caught up on all of last season of Real Housewives of New York. As y'all know, I had only watched like 1 or 2 episodes here and there. I was not fully into the season, baby. I'm in it. I'm in it like quicksand, baby. I'm stuck. Like Chuck. Okay. So we will be chit-chatting about episodes 1 and 2 of Roni. Salt Lake City is the fuck good. I told y'all that. I did comb them out. I told y'all Salt Lake City is good. Orange County is good. But yeah, I did comb. Thank y'all. Let me just say that. Thank y'all for not calling me out in my comment section. Did you comb out your dress? Like, damn. I thought about doing a little TikTok live while I was combing them out, and I was just like, I really don't want y'all. I don't want y'all to know me like that, and I don't want to know y'all like that. You know what I'm saying? No. I'm gonna watch me something good, and I'm gonna take out this hair. Okay. Am I going to touch up my roots? Y'all didn't ask that, but I'm asking myself that. So I don't know if I'm going to leave it brown. I know the braids is going to be brown, but I don't know if I'm going to touch up my roots before I get it done. We'll see about that part. House of Villains comes on tonight. Teresa Giudice, Safari, and some other people. We gonna let them episodes build. Also, have y'all been watching Anonymous on Peacock? Oh my God. If you are not watching The Anonymous, literally do not know what you're doing with your life. That show was so fucking good. It's so good. So good. Did I say it was good? It's good. It's good. House of Villains I do enjoy though, but we're gonna let some of those episodes pile up. I'm not gonna be waiting week to week for no House of Villains. That's not gonna happen. Dion wanted to know how long did it take me. Listen, honestly, I was playing with it. I didn't have a need to rush for it. As you saw, I had my scarf on, and once the little hair under it got too thin and it was straggly, I was able to put on a wig. Y'all, I lost my wig cap. I have my braided wig that I love. If y'all are original chit chatters, before I even started my locks, you know I love my braided wig. Damn, that thing eats. Every time I put that wig on and go outside, people ask me where I get my hair braided. They do not believe that it is a lace front wig. Put on my lace front last Wednesday. It'll be a week to the day to do my political show, The Pulse. The Political Pulse with me, the Zactivist, Double D, Mother, Millicent, and Kenny from Too Raw, Too Real. Took it off after the live was done. And listen, I don't know where them wig caps went. I do not know where they went. So I haven't been back to the beauty spot. So I haven't been able to wear my braided wig. I would love to take the scarf off because the scarf pushes on my ears right here and it makes it really uncomfortable. To set all of that to say I started on September 22nd. I literally am not in a rush. I think that if I would have sat down and sat still, I could have knocked it out in 4 days. And why didn't you tell me to watch Reasonable Doubt? I thought we were friends. I don't watch Reasonable Doubt. What's Reasonable Doubt? Hold on. Let's Google it. I don't watch Reasonable Doubt. That's why I didn't tell you, friend. Reasonable Doubt. Okay. Just the picture alone, I'm into it. More stress. Mike Wheatley. Sean Thomas. Paul Washington. Jack Stewart is known to be the most brilliant, fearless defense attorney in Los Angeles who bucks the justice system in every chance he gets. She's judged for her questionable ethics and wild interpretations of the law until she's needed. It's given a little bit Suits meets Pearson, which is also a spinoff of Suits, but okay, I'll get into it. This sound like the man gonna like to watch it too. Y'all say hi to the man. He's in the chat. Hey, Fire. Everybody say 1, 2, 3. Hey, Fire husband. And y'all better say it in the chat. Because if I tell y'all to talk to my husband, y'all better talk to my husband. Gets typing. Hey, Fire husband. I'ma check it out. I think that's all I got for you guys today. Again, if you got a secret, some advice you need on the situation, all of that good jazz, you can tell me your secret over at lsaidthat@gmail.com. Okay? Go ahead and get it done. Tell me something good. Put it in the email. I want to hear it. Okay? Fire husband, Coach Lisa said, hey. Dion said, hey. Jonathan. No, I have not watched Dialogue. Hey, Fire husband. Oh my God. And then the Fire husband said, sup, y'all. Such a boy. Sup, y'all. Not you getting showered with love. Someone said, sup, y'all. Such a boy. No. Okay. Don't give me no more shows to watch. I can't take it. And in this little content creation job I wanted, they done called the kid back. I can't. I'm booked, y'all. I'm booked. Don't give me no more shows. Give me the shows. Okay, no, for real. Go ahead on. Drop a story. Give me a juicy story. You can even do it like Roni. Tell me your most embarrassing story. Tell me something good. Send it over to elsaidthat@gmail.com. We want to hear it. Until next time, it costs free 99 to be a good person. So when you go outside, do that shit. Bye.